Good day, friends. I'm Deb Phelps, and I'm here to share with you the science of sound and relaxation. It's a preview of my new course, Sound Healing Rest. And we're going to explore today what makes up sound healing rest. And that's the fusion of sound healing and the practice of Yoga Nidra meditation. Now, they're not only ancient practices, but also supported by modern science for stress relief and relaxation. So let's look at the science behind sound healing first. Well, sound healing's effectiveness is rooted in the concept of entrainment. That's E-N-T-R-A-I-N, ment. That's when our brain waves sync with the rhythm of sound. Now, there's been studies done, and like those published in the Journal of Evidence-Based Integrative Medicine, where they have shown that sound therapy can significantly reduce stress levels. And we'll explore a little bit about different instruments and how those instruments produce those therapeutic sounds and the effects that they have on our brain. And as we continue to look at this, we'll delve into the fascinating world of sound healing instruments, each with its unique properties, and as I said, the effects on the brain and the body. And when we can understand how these instruments work, it can help us to appreciate their therapeutic potential. So the first thing is singing bowls, probably the mainstay of a lot of sound healers, myself included. And they can be crystal, such as this white crystal bowl right here, or they can be metal, like this Tibetan bowl and the others that you see around me today. And these can produce sounds and sustained resonance and rich overtones when played. Now, the brain effects to these is the complex harmonies, or harmonics, I should say, of singing bowls are known to engage the brain, promoting entrainment, and I talked about that a little bit ago, that entrainment to slower brainwave frequencies, like the alpha and theta states. Well, these states are associated with, no surprise, right? Deep relaxation, meditation, and even heightened creativity. So let's hear how these bowls sound. So first, the Tibetan bowl. And here you can hear, right, the deep resonant sounds and the overtones and the varying tonalities in there as well too. So next, let's just look at the crystal bowl. So this is a heart chakra bowl, or an F if you're a musician. The Tibetan bowl was a C, or root chakra bowl. And the crystal bowls, you'll notice, have a purer sound. They don't vary with the overtones and harmonics as much, but just have that clear crystal sound. So the next one is gongs. I'm going to show you a picture here of my studio, and you can see the gongs there. Two of my gongs. I have 4 gongs over there in all, and you can see those gongs, and they have a very broad spectrum of sound that can be both intense and soothing at the same time. Now, when we look at the brain effects of the gongs, the very profound vibrations can facilitate a shift from the beta brainwave state, which is our normal waking consciousness, to the alpha and theta states. Boy, this sounds familiar, right? The immersive nature of the gong sound can also aid in reducing anxiety and creating a sense of detachment from stress. So the next instrument we'll take a look at in our sound healing are our tuning forks. And I have two tuning forks here. One's a C and one is a G. And when we play these, just so happens that this interval is very helpful to our well-being and our nervous system. So as you can tell there, when we strike our tuning forks, they emit a pure tone at specific frequencies, and they're often used in close proximity to the body. So a lot of times when I'm working with sound healing with a private client, I will come to the ears, around the head, around the body, the aura of the body, right? Even rolling the tuning forks as well, too. Same thing if I do a group sound bath and if I go to different people. So once again, hearing those tones. Now, what are the brain effects with these tuning forks? Well, when we look at the clear singular tone of the tuning forks, they can assist us in focusing the mind and reducing mental chatter and aligning the brain's frequencies with the fork's vibration. And this can be particularly effective in achieving states of concentration and relaxation. Our next instrument is drumming, or drums for that matter. Now, this is a drum that someone had made and gave to me as a gift. And you can use your hand, your fingers, you can use a mallet, like the soft-headed mallet as well, too. And what the drumming does for us, and if you've ever been to a drumming circle, you probably have seen this, that it's rhythmic patterns, and they can range from subtle to complex. You see, the rhythm of the drumming can induce what's known as rhythmic entrainment. We talked about that before, right? And that's where our brain waves synchronize with the beat. And this entrainment can lead to trance-like states, facilitating deep meditation, and even altered states of consciousness. And maybe you know this from CPR training, that also it can help us when we do CPR, thinking, in this case, of the song Staying Alive by the Bee Gees from Saturday Night Fever. And, right, and all that does, it trains the heart, but also we know it trains the mind as well, too. And we may vary how we work with the drum as well, too. Like that, for instance. So as we set this one aside, the next instrument that we have would be our wind instruments. And this would be whether it's the native flute, like I have here, or a didgeridoo, which I also have, both of which I am working on learning to play. So I won't play it for you because I haven't perfected it just yet. But these instruments can produce very soothing, melodious sounds that often mimic natural elements like the wind. And so when we look at the brain effects for things like the native flute, these sounds from the wind instruments are particularly effective in activating the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting those two words again, relaxation and stress reduction. And the breathy, flowing quality of these instruments can also aid in breath awareness and mindfulness practices. Now, I will also tell you that I have an electronic flute, which makes it a lot easier to play versus the native flute, but I really am working on playing the native flute too. We all have something to learn, right? So the next thing is a monochord. And as I return to that picture from my studio, that's the instrument that's right in front of me, the wooden instrument. You can't really see the top of it. The top of it has strings, many strings that are used to create harmonic overtones, both soothing and ethereal. And it's like a droning sound as well, too. And the layered harmonics of the monochord can really engage multiple areas of the brain, all simultaneously, and fostering a state of holistic relaxation. And this can really enhance our sensory integration and emotional processing. So the next item on our list is our chimes. And all of these instruments you'll hear me play from time to time, whether if you watch some of my sound baths or some of my sound healing rest videos as well too. Just like the monochord that I was mentioning before, a lot of times I do play that on sound healing rest tracks, and the gongs as well. But here we are with these chimes, and these are the metal chimes, right? Sometimes they're made of wood. Like we have these waterfall chimes here. They all have those different kinds of tones, whether we're doing it by hand or the wind, right? And it really brings a cascade of very soft overlapping sounds. Like I love these, and I have these are the Zafir chimes, and I have Koshi chimes at my studio. Very different pitches, randomness as well. And the sound of chimes, as I place that there, the sound of chimes is primarily used for calming and soothing effects. So the very gentle melodic patterns can help to shift the brain into a more relaxed state. And this is attributed to their ability to create a sense of spontaneity and present moment awareness. So if I play this one too, these ones have different tones. As you notice, it has a little bit different tones. What it does, it really draws the listener's attention away from the stressful thoughts. So the next item on our list are rain sticks. Now I have this beautiful one here. The rain sticks, they sound like rain, first of all, but they're long, hollow tubes, traditionally made from cacti, as this one is, bamboo or wood, filled with small pebbles, maybe beads, maybe seeds, maybe stones. And when the stick is gently turned, these small elements cascade down, creating a sound of falling rain, right? And the soothing and continuous nature of this sound is really characteristic. Now, you certainly can make your own rain stick, believe it or not, and all you need is like a paper towel tube and some foil inside to kind of create a spinning. I'll show you with this other rain stick that I have, and then putting the seeds or the rice, what have you. A lot of times kids make this in school. But this is another one that I got, which is has like a gentle rain sound. And these are just metal beads. Kind of bring that closer to the camera there. So perhaps in your sound healing toolkit, this might be something you might want to use. And we'll go through all this in the course as to what instruments to use at different times during our practice, our session that we do. So in this course, you will get some sound healing knowledge as well as the Yoga Nidra knowledge too, because it's important to know what sounds and types of sounds, instruments work well with different parts of the Yoga Nidra practice as well. So the continuous gentle rustling, you could say, of the rain stick can help really quiet the mind, facilitate the transition into a meditative state. And the sound is often perceived as naturally calming, just like if we had our window open and we were listening to a summer rain as well. And many find this very soothing and relaxing. I know I do personally. And it can really promote what? Our stress relief, right? Our stress relief. So what I'd like to do now is explore listening to the singing bowl. And when we continue within the course, we're going to explore all the instruments and the effects on the brain a little bit more, really take time with each one to listen so we can gain that deeper understanding of how sound healing works. And we'll learn not only to appreciate the sounds, but to utilize them effectively in creating therapeutic experiences and environments for our clients and students. So as we explore in this webinar the impact of sound on relaxation, let's experience it firsthand with a singing bowl. So I'm going to demonstrate. So we'll do this again. But this time what I want you to do is to notice how you feel right now. So we're going to bring some mindfulness into this. So notice how you're feeling within your mind, body, and spirit now. And then after I work with the bowl a little bit, then we will see how we see what we notice afterwards. So let's do this now. So paying attention to any changes in your breathing, in your heart rate, or your mental state. Notice where you are right now, and then we'll notice again afterwards. Now take a moment to check in with your mind, body, spirit. And what do you notice? Do you notice a change in your breathing, your heart rate, your mental state? So as you're noticing any of the sounds thereafter, of course, remembering that it's more than just an auditory experience. It's a vibrational one. Now, singing bowls typically emit sounds in specific frequencies, often aligning with certain brainwave states. Or, for instance, this bowl is a C, or the root chakra related frequency. And that's our right here, right at our tailbone, that rooting us to the earth. And so the sound brings to us that really grounding type of presence, right? Now, if I go with this bowl, which happens to be a heart chakra bowl, just like our crystal bowl here is also a heart chakra bowl, and we'll play both so you can hear this. So what we're noticing here, right, it's a higher tone than the root chakra bowl. And the difference between the crystal heart chakra bowl and the Tibetan, there's more of a vibration coming from the heart chakra bowl. It also has many overtones and harmonics, where, as I talked about before, the crystal bowl has more of a pure frequency sound, right? And as the sounds, as we invite the bowl to ring, to sound, it has a ripple effect. It's like dropping a pebble in water. And these waves then interact with our body on a cellular level, promoting that sense of harmony and balance. And the sound can help release tension in both the mind and the body, leading to that state that we really desire, right? That deep relaxation. So as you listen again, allow the sound to fill the space. So let's work with the throat chakra bowl. That's this one here. This would be a G. This is one step higher than the heart chakra bowl. And as the sound fades, bring your awareness back to your surroundings and reflect again on your body and mind and how it feels compared to before we started more of the demonstration of the instruments. This practice is simple, yet it's powerful, and it's an example how sound can be a tool for achieving deeper states of relaxation and mindfulness. Now let's talk about the body's response to stress and relaxation. Now, when we look at the body stress response, we often refer to the pioneering work of Dr. Herbert Benson, who coined the term relaxation response. Maybe you've heard of that term before. And the research that he did indicates that meditation and relaxation techniques, much like our Yoga Nidra meditation, Yoga Nidra being a yogic sleep, that's what it means. It's a deep relaxation, and it can counteract the stress response, leading to decreased cortisol levels, right? And improved relaxation as detailed in his many studies. Now, when we take a look at Yoga Nidra, it has been the subject of various studies as well, too, particularly those by the Integrative Restorative Institute, also known as IREST. Maybe you're familiar with that term. And that's by Dr. Richard Miller, who worked with the Department of Defense on helping veterans work with their PTSD, or PTS as it is now called, post-traumatic stress. And it reduces anxiety and improves sleep. And I can speak for that for myself as well. So let's delve into those stages of Yoga Nidra, because that's what it does. It has different stages that it works through. And it's outlined by practitioners like Swami Satyananda Saraswati. And this research, as published in Psychological Reports, has shown that Yoga Nidra has significantly can improve physiological and psychological well-being. So as I said, it's a system of various stages of guided relaxation. So as I said, Yoga Nidra is often translated as yogic sleep. It's a profound technique for relaxation and healing, and it's performed by lying down, typically on your yoga mat or at home in your bed, couch, what have you. And it's a step-by-step process to relax both the body and the mind. And if you are familiar with the koshas, the different layers within the energy body, the mental body, breath body, etc., it works through those layers as well too. So let's look at our initial relaxation. That's the first stage. And that's where we begin with our foundation to the practice. So it involves deep breathing and general awareness to release physical tension. So we want to be comfortable. And so that's what that first stage is. It's helping us to get comfortable in the body and relaxing it. So as we relax the body, we move into the sankalpa, which is intention setting. It's a short positive statement or intention that's phrased in the present tense. And you can think of it as a seed that we're planting for transformation. And we're planting that in our relaxed mind. And the sankalpa, the intention, is a powerful tool for bringing about desired changes in your life and aligning your conscious and subconscious mind towards a common goal, right? So the next stage is a rotation of consciousness, as it's called. Basically, it's a body scan. And as we go through this rotation of consciousness, we are going through different parts of the body, point by point. A lot of times it's going, why they call it rotation, because we'll go to the left side, we'll go to the right side, we do the whole body together, that sort of thing. And it really helps us to develop body awareness. It helps us to kind of get out of our head and be paying attention to what the cues are by the person that's leading the Yoga Nidra practice. And it also aids in withdrawing the senses inward, preparing the mind for that deeper meditation. The next stage then is breath awareness. This is where the attention is focused on the natural flow of breath. It's the stage that helps to further calm the mind and deepen the relaxation. Sometimes we're doing some mental alternate nostril breathing, some other types of deep breathing, maybe counting backwards, that sort of thing. And it helps us connecting with the present moment and serves as a gateway to our inner stillness. Now, sometimes in our Yoga Nidra practice, we'll be doing something that's called the feeling of opposites. Now, this would be heaviness and lightness, or warmth and coolness. And we would be imagining these, feeling that really heaviness and now releasing that heaviness and now feeling really light. And that helps us to create that deeper connection with our inner world. And as we go even deeper, now we get into that visualization and symbology stage, where that really helps us to achieve deeper subconscious states and emotional states, and opens up our imaginative landscape within our mind, opens us up to inner wisdom as well, too. Then as we're winding down, we're coming into revisiting our intention, our sankalpa, And this reinforces the intention that we set way at the beginning of our session, allowing it to be more deeply absorbed, if you will, by the mind, being a reminder of your purpose that you have, ensuring that the practice aligns with your personal aspirations and goals. And then we return to wakefulness with the externalization process. And we gradually bring our awareness back to the external environment. This stage involves gentle awakening of the body and mind, external sounds, gentle movements, opening the eyes finally at the end, allowing that smooth transition back to wakefulness, carrying that calm and clarity that we experienced with us. Now, each of the stages is designed to guide you deeper into the relaxation process, making it an effective tool for stress relief, right? And also for personal insight. And in our sound healing rest training, we'll explore these stages in detail, learning how to effectively guide others through this transformative practice. It's one of my favorite practices. I also do Yoga Nidra by itself. I teach it. I've been a meditation teacher for 44 years, since 1980. And I love teaching that. And I love doing sound healing. And I love doing mindfulness meditation and all the different types of and techniques of meditation. But merging these two together in sound healing rest has really been a transformative experience that I've noticed not only in myself when I listen to my own tracks, but also when I watch those in my studio and how they are able to, oh wow, I haven't rested like this in weeks, is some of the comments that I'll hear. Because Yoga Nidra itself, 30 minutes of Yoga Nidra is almost like 3 hours of your typical nighttime sleep, deep sleep. And when we are marrying the two of these together, we're coming in between that wakefulness and that deep, deep state. So we're like floating on the water, you could say, in that sense. So let's look at the synergy of sound healing and Yoga Nidra here. So sound healing and Yoga Nidra are two distinct practices, that's for sure, and they each have their own unique benefits, of course. Now, when we combine them, they create a synergy that enhances the experience and the effectiveness of both. So let's explore a little bit why bringing these two modalities together is so impactful. Well, they're complementary in the sense that sound healing uses vibrational tools, right? We talked about singing bowls and the drum and the chimes and the rain sticks and all those items. They produce resonant sounds that align with the body's natural frequencies, right? And these sounds bring that state of harmony and balance within the body. Now, when we are integrating it with this Yoga Nidra meditation, it guides the mind, right, through different stages of consciousness. That's what we were talking about just a little while ago. And this combined effect can be profoundly meditative and restorative. And the vibrations of sound healing help to deepen that relaxation that's been induced by Yoga Nidra, making the mind more receptive to the journey of our inner exploration and healing. And when we look at this a little bit more, it's enhanced brain entrainment, right? We talked about it at the beginning. Sound healing, as I talked, like the drum, for instance, it induces that brain wave entrainment. And this is where, if you remember, the brain frequencies align with the sound frequencies, leading to states of deep relaxation or meditation. And Yoga Nidra also promotes that shift in brainwave activity as well, moving from the active beta state to a more relaxed alpha or theta state of brainwaves. And so now the combination of the two of these together, the sound healing with the Yoga Nidra, can therefore be more effectively in guiding the brain into these therapeutic states, enhancing the overall relaxation and meditative experience. And of course, it is deepening the whole Yoga Nidra experience, right? We talked about that. how it brings us through that body awareness, breath awareness, visualization, and now this auditory anchor that we're adding in can help to deepen the focus and the awareness required in these stages. So this makes all of it together inclusive and accessible to people. Sound healing, a lot of people love sound baths and sound healing. But here we're bringing in this component of the Yoga Nidra, and a lot of people find traditional meditation, sitting for meditation, oh, my mind's all over the place. But with these two merged together, they can really help to bring people to a state of meditation without them really thinking too hard about it, is really what happens. It's almost like they start meditating without even realizing that they are meditating. So it makes it more approachable and makes it more engaging for a broader range of participants. So sound healing and Yoga Nidra are known for their ability to facilitate those emotional release and physical relaxation. We're releasing tension in the body with the sound vibrations. And then Yoga Nidra provides that space for emotional processing and release. And so the combination makes this more of a holistic healing experience, addressing the physical and emotional aspects of relaxation and stress relief. As I said, brings us this holistic experience, but it also enhances the individual strengths that each practice alone has. We're just bringing them together. And in our sound healing rest training, we'll delve into the practical aspects of combining these two modalities, equipping you with the knowledge and the skills to create deep healing and transformative experiences for yourself and others. And really, you don't really need a lot of instruments to do so. In fact, even just using one bowl or one drum or making your own rain stick, there are ways that we'll be able to do that, and we'll be sharing that with you. So if you don't have any prior musical experience, don't worry about it. If you lack the tools, you can still effectively learn and share this transformative experience. And if you're new to it, you don't have the tools, that's okay. There's ways of working with this, whether it's using your voice, humming or chanting, or simple household items. Just like I said, you can make your own rain stick. Also, well, heck, even a drum, you could use a tub, anything, right? You can also use high quality sound recordings that replicate the effects of these instruments. So you can even use electronic means to do so. So just remember that the whole idea of sound healing rest is about the intention that we put behind it for our clients and students, and the integration of sound with the Yoga Nidra meditation. And it's rather, it's not that complicated, but yet there is skill involved in knowing what to bring in instrument-wise at the right stages. So whether you're a seasoned practitioner or you're just beginning your journey, just rest assured, you're going to be able to master this and share this beautiful practice of sound healing rest. So if you do have any questions, be sure to contact me on peacefulwellness.institute. There is a contact button. Please be sure to use that. And if you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer those questions. So I do thank you for joining with me today in exploring the science and the practice of sound healing fused with the practice of Yoga Nidra meditation. And the world of sound healing and Yoga Nidra is vast and supported by both ancient wisdom and modern science, as we talked about today. And once again, our full sound healing rest training program delves deeper into these practices, equipping you with the skills to utilize them effectively. So you'll learn not only theory, but more importantly, what I like, practical application of these techniques. And this journey to inner peace and healing is profound and enriching. And I look forward to guiding you further in our full training program. So stay tuned for more sessions of Sound Healing Rest. Just looking on the class schedule, some of the recordings that I have in our meditation library or on the YouTube channel. And the next webinar in this course will be January 4th at 10 a.m. Central Time. And with this, all of this together, remember, the journey to well-being is ongoing and always within your reach. So remember to go to peacefulwellness.institute. And always, always, I wish you peace. Thank you, my friends. Namaste. Thank you for being here.